Okay, check the answer to homework question. I had given 4 questions for homework. Check the answer. First, I'll discuss the answer to question 12. Okay. Question number 12. Because there many students had got some doubt. Now see, in question 12, first point is basic salary, 14,000 per month into 12 months. That comes to how much? Tell me fast. 1,68,000. Okay, now bonus declared. Declared means boss has just declared. You have not received it. So because of the word declared, it will not be taxable. See, the question simply says bonus. Then we assume it is received. But if the question is left like this by saying declared, that means it is just declared only. You are not yet received. So it will not be taxable. You have to ignore it. Okay. But did you understand, if the word was just bonus, that's it, then we can assume it is received. Yes, he has a doubt? Yeah. See, he has a doubt that then such bonus will you take in Bada Bakkam? See, in Bada Bakkam you have to take only taxable items. See, in allowances also what we do, Bada Bakkam, other taxable allowance. Everything which is taxable. Now since bonus we are not taxing it only, because it is not received only. So when the thing is not taxable only, it will not even be included in Bada Bakkam. Anyways, I will come to Bada Bakkam discussion at the end. But right now in the main statement, bonus should not be taken because it is not received. Okay. Then reimbursement of, in short, bonus, if you want you can write, but in the amount you will put dash. Bracket what you can write, not received. In bracket you can write not received, amount column dash. Then reimbursement of medical bills for treatment in Canada. Okay, treatment in Canada. Now tell me, whenever medical thing comes, you have to first check the patient. Who is the patient? Because if the patient is eligible, then only we go into the chart. Okay. So here who is the patient? Nothing is given. So employee himself is the patient. And employee patient means he is eligible. So now we will go into the chart. And in the chart it is in India or outside India? Outside India. And there also there were 3 things. Treatment, stay, travel. So here it is treatment. So exempt to the extent permitted by RBI. And that amount is given. So how will you present? First you will write reimbursement of medical bills for treatment in Canada, inner column 1 lakh. Less exempt to the extent permitted by RBI, minus 80,000, outer column 20,000. Then free use of car. Whenever car comes, you have to check out of 4 possibilities, it is which case. Because in car there are 4 cases. So this is which case? Office use, office to residence, fully private or partly? Fully private. See here it is written, it is fully private. And in fully private, we have to use that format. Depreciation, add running and maintenance expense if paid by employer, add driver salary if paid by employer. So depreciation will be how much? 10% of the cost. So cost is 7 lakhs, so 10% 70,000. Add running and maintenance expense if paid by employer. Is it paid by employer? Yes, it's written it paid by employer. So add 20,000. Driver's salary if paid by employer, but since they have not mentioned about driver, we will ignore it. Okay. So this you can show it in a working note properly. In the working note, when you are showing, you can show like this. Depreciation at the rate of 10% on 7 lakhs 70,000. Running and maintenance expense paid by employer 20,000. Driver's salary paid by employer nil. And total of that is 90,000. And this 90,000 will come in the main statement, outer column. Okay. And the wordings can be free use of car for fully private use. And it is not necessary that you prepare a working note only. You can show it in the statement also. Okay. But in the outer column, amount should be 90,000. Then conveyance allowance. Conveyance allowance is an allowance, and this comes in TC Udhar. And TC Udhar, amount exempt is amount spent. Amount spent 11,000, so exempt will be 11,000. So presentation inner column 24,000, less exempt under section 1014, minus 11,000, outer column 13,000. Okay. Then rent free accommodation in a city having population of 18 lakhs. Rent paid by employer is 9,500. Now tell me, what is our approach? First you have to check whether he is government employee or not. Wait, let me open the chart and show you. Whenever it is perquisite of house, strictly go as per the chart. See, whatever charts I am giving, that is a line of thinking. So think like this only. See, you might find that I can do it directly, but that is a risky method. Your mind should go in a proper flow. Okay. So your flow should be checked. Is he government employee? I know he's not, but you should check that. So he's not a government employee. So that means he's other employee. And then in other employee, you should always consider his own house only. If it is rented, they will write what? Rent paid by employer. And here they have written rent is paid by employer. See, rent paid by employer. So because of this sentence, it becomes a rented house. Okay. And in rented house, what is the rule? We don't see the population. It is fixed 15%. But that 15% rule has changed from 1st September. It has become 10%. 15% is before 1st September. Okay. But it is irrespective of the population. In the question they had given population information, but that is not relevant at all. Population information is relevant when it is a company owned house. But here it is a rented house. So it is fixed 15%. But fixed 15% before 1st September. See, this 15 is the highest percentage. Okay. But in the new rule, what is the highest percentage? 10. So in short, you will have to make two columns. In one column, you will take 15% of Bada Bakkam or rent paid by employer, whichever is less. That is in the first 5 months. And in the second column, you will take 10% of Bada Bakkam or rent paid by employer, whichever is less. So two columns will be prepared, okay? And then I'll tell you what items will be coming in Bada Bakkam. But first, did you understand two columns? See, this 15% is irrespective of the population, but that was before 1st September. From 1st September, that has changed to 10%. So from 1st September, since the rule has changed, you will have to make two different columns, okay? So two Bada Bakkam columns. Then, what about furniture? Is it given in the question? Furniture is not given. So that means it is unfurnished house. You will ignore this. Not given. Then what about boss charging to employee? That is also not mentioned. Have they written anywhere that boss is charging? No. That is also not given. So these things will not come. These last two things, okay? So now check the answer, how it will be. Look. In the main statement you will write value of house. In bracket note 1. I want you to check the presentation also properly. So see my actions with hand, okay? So value of house in bracket note 1. Okay, in outer column we are waiting for the amount. And always remember, valuation of perquisite of house should be done always at the end. Write this somewhere at the top of the book. Top margin somewhere you write. What? Calculation of house or valuation of house should always be done at the end. Valuation of house should always be done at the end. You know why? Because when you do it at the end, by that time your statement is fully ready. So you can easily search Bada Bakkam items. But in all our question, coincidentally it is coming as a last point only. But you never know what happens in exam. Okay. So see, in the working note you will write note 1, heading. Okay, for some student it is note number 2. If you have taken note number 1 for car, so it can be note number 2, whatever. So two amount columns. First column will be 1st April to 31st August. Second will be 1st September to 31st March. 5 months, 7 months. Okay. And then in Bada Bakkam, first basic salary is there how much? 14,000 into 5 months in the first column. So tell me, in the first column basic salary is how much?
70,000.
70,000. Okay. And in the second column 14,000 into 7? 98,000. Okay. So repeat, first column. First column amount of basic is 70,000 and then 98,000, 70,000, 98,000, 70,000, 98,000. Then what about DA in terms? Not given in the question. So if you want, you can write and put dash. It's better you write the whole format. So DA in terms dash. What about other taxable allowance? Yes, you have conveyance allowance, but other taxable allowance. And taxable means you will have to take the outer column amount. So see, look here, this is very important, pay attention. In the main statement, how have we written conveyance allowance? Wait, let me show somewhere here. Okay, let it be. Conveyance allowance in the inner column it is 24,000, correct? And then minus amount spent is, so outer column 13,000. And when we say other taxable allowance, so we want the taxable amount. But this you will divide in 5:7 ratio. Why? Because this is an item of one shot or month to month. Month to month. See, items which you receive in one shot, you will have to see in which date, in which column it falls. You have to see the date and decide. Like bonus, if you remember, I told you, bonus usually comes in one shot at the end. So you will take it in the second column. Okay. Leave salary also we did in the last lecture. We took it in the second column. But conveyance allowance is a monthly item. An item which is monthly, it will be spread in both the columns. But you will not spread the actual amount. You will take the taxable amount, which is 13,000. So this if you divide into 5:7 ratio. Why 5:7? 5 months, 7 months, 5 months, 7 months. So that comes to how much? It comes in decimal, but whatever it is, 5,047,417. Okay. Whatever in first column 5,417, and in the second column it will be 7,583. Conveyance allowance, it will be spread in both the columns. It will come in first 5 months also, remaining 7 months also. Okay. 5,417 and 7,583. Then Bada Bakam, go as per Bada Bakam, BDAB, bonus dash. There was bonus in the question, but it was not taxable. Okay. If it is taxable, then only it falls in the list of Bada Bakam. Then Bada Bakam B, after B, C, commission. Commission is not there. Other monetary income. You should search in the question. See, look here. Look. In the question we have basic salary which you have taken. I am just searching other monetary income. Bonus we decided not to take. This is perquisite, you can't take. Next is also perquisite, you can't take. Conveyance allowance we have already taken. So that's it. So other monetary income, you have to minutely search the whole question. But you know, rarely you will find. Yesterday the sum which I took, that was an exception. Where you find in other found pension from ex-employer, if you remember, leave salary. But those are rare items. Mostly you will find very rarely other monetary incomes. But it is our duty to check and screen the whole question. In case if it is, we will take it. So whatever, this is the Bada Bakam in this question. So tell me, in the first column, what is the total of Bada Bakam? 75,417. This is Bada Bakam in the first column of the first 5 months. And for the 7 months, Bada Bakam is 105583. Okay. So these are the two Bada Bakams we have got. And since it is a rented house, we will not see the population. See, I have cancelled it. We will take directly 15%, but for before 1st September. And for after 1st September, it is 10%. So here you will take 15% in the first column. Second column, you will take 10%. 15%, 10%. So tell me, 15% comes to how much? 11,313. 11,313 is that 15% component. And what comes in the 10%? 10,558. Okay. And then combine the two amounts. 21 21,871 is the final answer. That's okay. See, in rounding off, if your answer is less or more by 1 rupee, for that they don't deduct marks. That's okay. That what I'll come to it. So value of house is how much? 21,871. 21,871. 21,871. Okay. This will substitute in the main statement. Okay, sorry. This you have to compare with rent paid by employer and then whichever is lower. Sorry. Huh? So this was just 15 and 10% of Bada Bakam we calculated, but now this we will compare with rent paid by employer. Okay. And rent paid by employer we can compare with this combined figure only. Because rent is common for the whole year. See, two columns was needed. Why? Till the time we wanted to calculate percentage of Bada Bakam. But rent paid by employer is a common amount for the whole year. So, this 21,871 you will compare with rent paid by employer. But rent paid by employer is 9,500 per month. So, multiply by 12 how much? 1,14,000. And then you will take whichever is less. So, whichever is lower comes to 21,871 only. 21,871. That comes to whichever is lower. 21,871. So value of house is 21,871. 21,871. Then what is the total of the statement? Gross salary? 3,12,871 becomes your gross salary. And then less standard deduction 50,000. Profession tax, all that is not there. So what is the final answer? 262,871. Taxable income from salaries. 262,871. Getting everyone? Make the corrections properly. Huh? Then question 15. Basic salary, come on fast. Basic salary 20,000 per month into 12, 2,40,000. Okay. So basic salary 2,40,000. Then DA not forming part means not in terms. 9,000 into 12, 1,08,000. Then loan from employer at 2%. SBI rate 8%. This is interest benefit, perquisite. So tell me in interest benefit, first you should check what? Loan amount. If loan amount is up to 20,000, then simply put dash. Don't use calculator. So first check the loan amount. Is it up to 20? No, it is more than 20. So you will have to calculate interest benefit. How will you calculate? 75,000 multiply by 8% minus 2%. See, 8% is like a market rate. But your boss is charging only 2%. So you are getting benefit of 6%. So 6% of 75,000 how much? 4,500. That will be taxable. Outer column, okay. Then free use of music system. This is use means use of movable asset. And how is the chart of use of movable asset? Computer, car, exam, car detailed chart. Other asset depreciation or higher charges. This is other assets. So you will take depreciation. Higher charge is not given, so you will take depreciation. 10% of cost, that comes to 6,000. Okay. So wordings, free use of music system, bracket, 60,000 into 10% depreciation, amount column 6,000. Then sale of washing machine. Sale means it is use or transfer. This is a case of transfer. Okay, sale of washing machine costing 20,000 on 8th June 23. This is the date of sale. 4 rupees. Yes.
It is costing sale of washing
Yeah. No, no, no. See, machine costing this one. This is one phrase. Say, sale of washing machine on this date, and the machine is costing this much. How do you interpret the sentence? Sale of washing machine costing 20,000 on this at this much. So means main dominance is of sale word. The sentence is starting with sale. So the date is of sale. Sale of washing machine on so and so date. So this is the date of sale. Anyways, purchase date is separately given here. Okay. So even though you are not able to read the sentence, you cannot interpret, but you can apply common sense. Here the washing machine purchase date is given separately. So this is the original purchase date where the cost was incurred. Okay. So in short, this is the date of sale, this is the date of purchase. And this is the what 1000 is sale price. And this is the original cost. But then original cost you will have to convert into WDV. Tell me what is the formula of transfer of movable asset? WDV minus selling price. Whatever may be the asset, the formula is same, WDV minus selling price. But depending upon the type of asset, we decide how to calculate the WDV. So what was the rule? For computer, WDV is calculated by 50% depreciation. For car, 20%. And for others, 10% straight line method. So this is a case of washing machine means other assets. So you will take straight line method. But tell me here, how to decide how many years depreciation you will calculate? You will have to go cut to cut. Remember this word, this will always remember. Cut to cut, date to date. Cut to cut, date to date. Means from the exact date when it was purchased. So when the washing machine was purchased, so see 4th April 19 is the exact date of purchase and you have to go from date to date. Okay. So first year will be 4th April to 3rd April 20. Then 4th April 20 to 3rd April 21. Okay. And then 21, 22, 22, 23. Okay. Then 23, 24 remains incomplete. Why? Because the sale is on 8th June 23. Okay. Have you done properly or you want me to draw it properly? Okay. Means you have to do the same way which we have done last lecture. See how we have done. Like this. Have you shown the working like this? This was the thing which I had explained in the last lecture. But here instead of these dates it is 4th April 19. Okay. So accordingly it is coming to same 4 years only. In the homework question also it comes to 4 years. 5th year is incomplete. Incomplete year should be ignored. Getting everyone? So tell me 4 years depreciation will be how much? And since it is straight line, it will be very simple. Just find out depreciation of 1 year, that is 2000. So 4 years it will be 8000. Because every year depreciation amount will be same under straight line method. So 20,000 is the original cost minus 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. 4 years depreciation of 2000, straight line method. So you will get 12,000. So 12,000 becomes the WDV compared with the sale price of 1,000. So WDV 12,000, sale price 1,000, difference is 11,000. 11,000 will come in the outer column. Okay. 11,000 will come in the outer column. Then, just wait. After that, next point is rent-free furnished accommodation in a place having population of 20 lakhs. Cost of furniture is 1 lakh. So this is perquisite of house. This will do it at the end. Then free use of laptop. Use of computer laptop is fully exempt. So amount column dash in bracket exempt. Then free use of car. car there are four cases. Fully office, office resident, fully private, partly. Here it is fully private. So you have to add three things. Depreciation or hire charges, running and maintenance expense if paid by employer, driver salary if paid by employer. So here depreciation you will take 20% or 2 lakhs, sorry, 10% or 2 lakhs, that comes to 20,000. Add running and maintenance expense if paid by employer, nil. Add driver salary if paid by employer, nil. You can show it as nil also if you want, and then total of that is 20,000, and this 20,000 will go in outer column, fully taxable. So now house is remaining. Okay, now see, in the question they are given the population is, wait, what should be your line of thinking? Tell me in a proper method. See, if you have the habit of going like this, you will never go wrong. First, I will check whether he is a government employee or not. 99% is not a government employee, but make a rule. First check, is he government employee or not? So in our question, he is not a government employee. That means he is other employee. And then decide whether own house or rented house. For this, what did I say? It is always own house only. If it is rented, they will write rent paid by employer. Have they written rent paid by employer? Just check that. Check, let me do the acting of checking. Have they given rent paid by employer? It's not given. So it is not a rented house. That means it's an own house. And once it is own house, you have to check the population and select the percentage. And for population, there are two slabs. Two sets of slabs, okay? Means before 1st September, you will go as per this slabs. And on or after 1st September, you will go as per the new slabs, okay? So tell me, what is the given population in the question? Population is 20 lakhs. So let me search where 20 lakhs falls. 20 lakhs falls here. 10%. It comes to 10%. And in the amended rule, 7.5. It comes here. Population is 20 lakhs. Population is 20 lakhs. Some students are surprised. Will you go as per population or not? Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. First check it is own house or rented house. See, if you follow this system, you will always go right. Just flow in the chart. Flow chart. So tell me, this is own house. So I will have to decide as per the population. Okay. And population is given in the question as 20 lakhs. So simply search the population here. There are only two slabs. So 20 lakhs population as per the old rule, it falls here at the rate of 10%. And 20 lakhs population as per the new rule, it falls here, that means 7.5%. So again you will have to make two Bada Bakkam columns. In the first column of Bada Bakkam you will take 10%. In the second column of Bada Bakkam you will take 7.5%. And here, that's it. Once you get this answer will be arrived. And then add value of furniture, less rent charged by employer, if any. So, idea is there. Now tell me the answer. First, yes, your doubt. No, question. See, in the last, see, that's what, see, many times, I know I repeat certain things. But normally what happens, something is being repeated, you ignore it. But what is the purpose of repeating? You are noticing repeatedly and saying, house, if it is given, go as per this flow, go as per this flow. So if you really pay attention to every repetition, you will not make the blunder. See, I'll tell you what blunder you did. In question number 12, it was what? Go as per this flow. See, when sir is repeating something again and again means it has some meaning. And we actually hate repeating. We are teaching this thing so many times since 25 years. But if it is being repeated, it makes some sense for that. So see, in question, see, he has a doubt. He is comparing with question 12. See, in question 12, it was own house or rented house. It was rented house. So in rented house, population is not relevant. Although in the last question 12, this question, let me show only. They had given population, but don't go as per sum, go as per system. Do you understand? Don't go as per sum. Sum is there to confuse you. Go as per system. System is made by sir, and sir is not here to confuse you. So system means, I mean to say, go as per this. In the question, they will unnecessarily give population every time. But do we need population every time? We need only in this case. Not even in government employee, not even in rented house. So question will give population data every time, but we have to decide when we need, and we can decide if you go as per the proper flow. Okay. So see, in the last question it was like this, so we didn't see the population chart. But right now I am discussing which question? Question number 15. And question 15, what we decided, it is own house. How did I know it is own house? Because rent paid by employer is not given. That means it is own house. I am telling you how to write this. If, wait, I'll repeat once again. Go as per this chart. If he is government employee, they will write. Okay. If he is not, it is not written, then other employee. Other employee always assume own house. It will be rented only if they write rent paid by employer. As simple as that. This I have repeated since the time I taught so many times. I don't know the count also. So here it is own house. See, it's okay. This mistakes happen. That is why, I am also trained now. I have seen students are making the mistakes. That's why I repeat certain things. Go as per this chart. Go as per this chart. Even see, this is just house. In pension also I have seen mistakes. Sometimes he leaves salary. Every time I have to tell the student, why don't you go as per the chart? Means the way the chart is flowing, your mind should also flow like that. And then you will not make silly mistake. So where were you? Where we were? Yeah. So we decided it is own house in question 15. So we will have to go as per population. So population data given in the question was useful, and 20 lakhs population in this lab gives us 10%. In this lab gives us 7.5%. So again 2 columns is needed. But after that 2 columns, here we will not compare rent paid by employee. It is own house. Directly we'll add value of furniture if it is there. Do we have furniture here? Yes, so furniture, we'll add value of furniture. And then what about this rent charged by employer? That's not there, so ignore it. Okay. So let us discuss the Bada Bakam items one by one. In the working note, what is the heading? Note 1, value of house. 2 columns. Okay. 1st April to 31st August, 1st September, 21st March. 5 months, 7 months. So first column basic salary how much? 20,000 into 5. 1 lakh. Second column 1 lakh 40,000. DA in terms we want, but it is not in terms, so dash and dash. Other taxable allowance. Do we have any other taxable allowance? We don't have. Then bonus. Bonus is not there. Commission not there. But other monetary income, tell me how will you do? You check the whole statement. You never know, suddenly some item might come. So let me do the acting of checking. Any monetary income, see this is done, this we decided not to do. This is perquisite, we don't have to take perquisite in Bada Bakam. Even this is perquisite, even this is perquisite, even all are perquisites. And in Bada Bakam we have to exclude perquisites. So we only had 2 things, out of which basic we have taken, DA we don't have to take. So we are assured that monetary income nothing is there. So now total of Bada Bakam. First column how much?
1 lakh.
First column Bada Bakam comes to 1 lakh. Second column 1 lakh 40,000. And first column it will be 10%. Second column it will be 7.5%. So that comes to how much?
10,000 and 10,500.
10,000 and 10,500. Then total of that is 20,500. Add value of furniture.
10%.
Furniture is costing 1 lakh. So 10% of that is 10,000. So 10,000 value of furniture.
Rent charged by employer,
Rent charged by employer nil, not given. So 30,500 is the value of house. See, the advantage of doing the homework is what you know, you get full clarity. Otherwise, if it is taught in the class, you will always say yes, yes, understood, understood. That will never give you full clarity. So 30,500, and then that was the last item. So what is gross salary? 4 lakhs 20,000. Standard deduction 50,000. Final answer 3 lakhs 70,000. 3 lakhs 70,000 is the final taxable income from salaries. Then question number 11. Question number 11. Come on fast. Basic salary 20,000 per month. So into 12. 2,40,000. Okay. Then DA not in terms, but still it will be taxable. 4,000 into 12, 48,000. Then medical bills of his brother paid by employer. Okay. See, whenever it is a medical perquisite, check the patient. If the patient is eligible, go into the chart, otherwise taxable. Who should be patient? Employee, spouse, children, dependent parents, brother, sister. Here, who is the patient? Brother. So, brother is eligible provided dependent. Now, if the problem is silent, make positive assumption. Assume dependent. Whenever problem is silent, make positive assumption. And you know, one more technique I told you for assumption. Assumption should be that which is more common. And you know what is common in real life? If a company gives the money of medical bill for your brother, they will never give for independent brother. Giving the money for the treatment of independent brother itself is a weird thing. And something which is weird, why to assume? Practically what happens, you have to see. You make a survey in all companies. Ask all their companies if they are giving medical bill amounts to the employee. They don't give to the employees independent brothers treatment. So that is rare. And one more idea of assumption is whenever problem is silent, that whether condition is satisfied or not, make positive assumption. So we have to assume the brother is dependent. See, some students have still told me, sir, what if I write a note that brother is independent? See, just by writing your note, you cannot make your wrong answer as right. Still, such cases it is dicey. You may get marks. If you write a note that I have assumed the brother is independent and make it taxable. Means you can write a note also, but then that is a weird assumption. Assumption should also be rational. And rational assumption is brother, nothing is going dependent only. And no company will give money for the medical treatment if the brother is independent. So assumption should be dependent brother. So brother is dependent. So I will go into the chart. See, although we are talking so much, eventually the answer will be same. Because see, brother is, let's assume dependent eligible. Now I will go into the chart. But in the chart, it is in India or outside India? Let me show the chart. It is in India or outside India? It is in India. But in India, this is not C grade hospital. In the question, have they given something like C grade? What is C grade? COVID, government hospital, recognized hospital, employers hospital. Nothing like that is given. That means it becomes otherwise. So it will be taxable. But you had to go into the chart. Assuming the brother is dependent. Okay. Anyways, those students who assumed the brother is independent still got the answer right. Okay. Then leave travel assistance 25,000. This is what he has received. Now tell me, how will you think? I don't go as per the sum, go as per the system. Our system says journey. Check the journey. Journey by air, economy class. Otherwise, first class AC rail fare. If that is not possible, RPT. That is also not possible. First class AC rail fare, similar journey. So go in that flow. So check. The journey is by it's car. But whatever, it's not by air. See, if it is not by air, then to hell with whatever is the mode. It's not by air, that means other mode. And in other mode, our first priority is always first class AC rail fare. Search for that. Yes, that is given. Even RPT fare is given. By the way, what is RPT? Recognized public transport, that bus services. Remember I had explained? Even RPT fare is given, but then our first priority is first class AC rail fare. Yes, if the trains are not going to the destination, then it is okay. We depend upon RPT fare. But since they have given first class AC rail fare, that means trains are going there. So that means this becomes a useless information given to a student for confusion. Okay. So just ignore this. So how will you present? In the inner column you will write 25,000. Let's tell me what you written. Exam under section 10(5). First class AC rail fare 15,000, sorry, 20,000, or amount spent 24,000. Which here is less? 20,000. Minus 20, outer column 5,000. Outer column 5,000. Then
Gas bill paid by employer.
gas bills paid by employer. Gas bills paid by employer. Tell me, first do one thing, just underline this thing. Paid by employer, paid by employer, paid by employer. See, whenever they write paid, reimbursed by employer, or see they write free, these are sign of perquisites, okay? So tell me one by one, gas bills paid by employer. This is a perquisite. And is this perquisite discussed in our theory? Anything which is not discussed will be taxable. So taxable. But did you understand the meaning of this? Your residence gas bills company is paying. Gas bill is your personal expenditure. But your boss is paying. It's a benefit and it's a personal benefit. That's a perquisite. Perquisite is personal benefit. Anyways, we are just feeling the meaning. But as I have told you that if nothing is explained in my discussion of perquisite, it is taxable. Even LIC premium paid by employer. Even this is a perquisite because it is your life insurance premium. But company is paying. So it's a personal benefit. But this is also not discussed in our perquisite chart. Perquisite theory is fully taxable. Yes, Mediclaim insurance premium I had discussed. Where here?
Medical facilities.
It was discussed here. Medical insurance premium paid by employer, fully exempt. This will be fully exempt. So this is taxable, this is taxable, this is exempt. See, there is a difference between life insurance premium and medical claim. I hope you understand. LIC premium is for what? To secure your family in case you die. Mediclaim is for what? To cover hospital bills if you have to get hospitalized. They are different things. And in our theory, what is exempt is Mediclaim insurance premium. Okay. Then next point, gift in cash. Gift is also perquisite. See, what is the test of anything which is given over and above your monthly salary? It becomes a perquisite. But in cash, it is fully taxable. Gift would be exempt if it is in kind or voucher, and that too up to 5,000. But this is not in kind, not even in voucher. It's cash, fully taxable. Even if it would have been less than 5,000, then also taxable. Then free use of car for partly office, partly private use. See, whenever it is car, we have to check the 4 possibilities. Let me show you. Look here. In car, there are 4 possibilities. So check. Go in this flow. First check, is it office use, office residence, fully private or partly?
Partly.
See, here it is clearly given, it is partly office, partly private. Okay. Then, see, some student had a doubt. Sir, amount is not given. There is some printing mistake. You don't read amount. Anyways, in partly office, partly private, we depend upon standard amounts. So why do you need the amount given in the question? In fact, even if they give the amount, we would ignore it because we go as per standard amount. Okay. So this is partly office, partly private. So let me take you in this main chart. Partly office, partly private. So now find out it is which case. Is it car owned by employee or owned by employer?
Employer.
How to decide that?
Free use of
See,
car.
the language is what free use of car. And when the question says you are getting free use of car, so it is understood it is employer's car. Had it been your own car, will question say free use? Your own car you can always use. You are getting something free, that means it is employer's car, right? So the do one thing. See, these things are fresh right now. You will forget. What you will do, circle the word free and write here. Free means car owned by employer, right? Like that. Free means right there. Free means car owned by employer. You know why I'm making you write this? Because I have got past memories. In my past, students say, ask me many times, sir, how will we know it is owned by employee, employer? And it is not that in my past batch and I didn't used to teach properly. But over the period of time, students forget it. That's why I'm making you write immediately. So this is, tell me where have we reached in the chart? So it is car owned by employer because of the word free. Now the question is, who is paying the expense? Expense with which expense? Running and maintenance expense. I will have to check whether expenses are paid by employee or employer. Because paid by employee then small amounts. Paid by employer then big amounts. So it is paid by whom? Check. Problem is silent. So you know what you can assume? When the company has given you car, they might be giving money for petrol also. Okay. Means when company has given you car, so they might be giving money for petrol also. So we can assume running and maintenance expenses are paid by employer. Because when company gives you car, usually what happens in real life, they also provide money for your running and maintenance expense. Because the employee will always say, sir, this is not my car, repairing and all you manage. Think practically also. See, if I am using someone's car, so since I am not the owner, so maintaining the car and all, I will keep it on the owner only. So this is just a rational assumption. A person can argue, sir, nothing is given. So write a note. But your assumption, as I said, should be rational. And the rational assumption is, since the car is provided by company, so you can assume expenses are also paid by the company. So I will take which amounts, this bigger amounts. And regarding the CC, that I have already told you in the last lecture, if the engine capacity is not given, always assume it's a small car. So you will take 1800 per month. So see here, so much of thinking was involved. Firstly, because of the word free, it's owned by employer. And problem is not specifying about expenses, so we assume paid by employer. And about CC also problem is silent, we assume up to 1600 cc. Yes, for driver, don't assume driver is also there. See, assuming driver is also there will be little weird. Because usually if boss has given you a car, you will drive self. And usually everyone drives the car self. Giving a driver also, that will be little weird. For driver, they have to specify. So since they have not mentioned about driver, you will take plain 1800 only, okay?
If car is owned by employee and expenses are not provided, then who is paying that expenses? Then
No, problem will not be that much silent. See, if car is owned by employee, how the sentence will, they will write something.
about expenses.
See, they will keep the problem silent where it is possible to make inference, where it is possible to make assumption. They will not make a problem so much silent that assumption is also not possible. See, her doubt is what, they have given car is owned by employee, nothing is, that's it. That much silent question cannot be. Car is owned by employee, then better assumption he is paying the expense. It is employee's car. He is paying the expense. The one who owns the car, he pays the expense. Okay. But that kind of thing will not come. Instead, I'm just addressing a doubt that if car was owned by employee and for expense nothing is given, we can assume it is paid by employee. Because but then if they say no, car is owned by employee, but for expenses boss is providing money, then whatever amount he is providing minus fixed amount. That you remember or not?
Yes.
Whatever company gives minus fixed amount, balance will be taxable. Okay. So in short, in this question, it is 1800 multiplied by 12. So that comes to how much? 21,600. 21,600. Then free club facility. Taxable, because this was not discussed in our come light list of perquisites. Taxable. Then house perquisite will do at the end. First finish bonus. Bonus nothing is given, assume it is received. Assuming received, it will be taxable. If they write the word declared and they leave it as it is, then ignore it. Then it is not taxable. But they have just written bonus, so assume positively that bonus, if it is given, it might have been received only. So taxable. Okay, then valuation of house. Now tell me the proper way. Tell me, as a student, should you get involved in the question sentence?
No.
See, question sentence is relevant, but don't go strictly as per some, go as per the system. And our system says, first check the type of the employee. So check, is he government employee or other employee? Other, because government employee, if it is there, they will write, nothing is given means other employee. And in other employee, you should always give first priority to own house. If it is rented, they will write rent paid by employer. They will write. So check for that. Have they written rent paid by employer? Have they written?
No.
Some students say, what is this fair? Fair rent is a market rent. Rent paid by employer or paid by company, have they written? Not written, that means it is own house. See, for government employee also they should specify. Look. And for rented house also they should specify. Nothing is given means always own house is our first choice. Okay. But in own house we have to go as per population. So now check, population data is given. Mumbai is given. Mumbai's population is in crores. It is in crores. So if I check the population slab, there are two population slabs. And in both the slab, Mumbai falls here. In both the slabs, Mumbai falls here. Roughly speaking, Mumbai population is about 3 crores. Roughly speaking, I don't know the exact number, okay, but it is about 3 crores. Whatever it is in crores. And here about 25 lakhs, definitely it will fall. So we have got 2 percentages at our disposal. For Bada Bakam before 1st September, 15%. And for Bada Bakam after 1st September, 10%. And why I am taking the highest population? Because of Mumbai, metro city, okay. So again 2 columns of Bada Bakam. So check Bada Bakam one by one. In our question, Bada Bakam, tell me, first basic salary, have you made 2 columns?
Yes.
So basic salary 20,000 into 5 in the first column, 1 lakh. Second column 1,40,000. DA not in terms, it will not come, dash. Then other taxable allowance, do we have any allowance? No, we don't have. Then bonus, yes, we have bonus. But bonus you will take in which column? Second column. Assuming bonus is received at the end of the year. And that is not a weird assumption. At the start of the year only company gives bonus, that's rare. So this is to be taken in the second column, assuming bonus received at the end of the year. So it will fall in the second column. Then Bada Bakam, BDA, BC, commission. Do we have any commission in our question? No. But you have to be very careful for other monetary income. Here you have to exclude perquisites. Okay. So tell me what monetary incomes you have. See, if you notice one thing in the question, this was perquisites. And all perquisites I am cancelling. Because excluding perquisites. See, whatever I am cancelling, they are all perquisites. perquisites. Even gift in cash is a perquisite. He had a doubt yesterday. Even gift in cash is a perquisite. Okay, perquisite is something which you get over and above your monthly salary. This is also perquisite. All are perquisites. So what was non-perquisite bonus? Basic salary and DNS allowance. DNS allowance we don't want to take. Basic we have taken. Bonus we have taken. That's it. See, this way you have to do full screening of the question to search other monetary incomes. But in that search, you have to ignore perquisites. And perquisites can be identified because see, so many perquisites we have studied. So you are used to the name of the perquisites. And if not used to, you can identify by the word free, paid by employer, reimbursed by employer. So that you don't have to take. So we don't have anything in monetary income. So what is the total of Bada Bakam? So here also it is coming same like this in the last question. Bada Bakam is how much? 1 lakh and? Okay, second column it is 1 lakh 60. First column 1 lakh, second column 1 lakh 60. Because in second column there were two items, basic and bonus. And here I will take 15%. Here I will take 10%. The percent is from the highest population slab. So this comes to 15,000. This comes to 16,000. Total is 31,000. Then furniture is not there, so nil. Then rent charged by employer to employee. Is boss charging anything to employee? No, nil. This was own house, huh? This was own house. So 31,000 is the value of house. This will come to the main statement. So now check what is the gross salary total of all? 424,600 is the gross salary. Standard deduction 50,000. Profession tax not there. So answer 3 74,600. This is the final answer. 374,600. Taxable income from salary. That's it. Now just one more question and done. Question 9. This was a small question. Basic salary 12,000 into 12, 1,44,000 taxable. Keep checking, okay? Basic salary 1,44,000. Telephone allowance. See, these two are allowances. And whenever it is allowance, you have to search in TC Hut, TC Udar. But both are not in TC Hut, TC Udar. So both will be taxable. But telephone allowance 1,200. Medical allowance 6,000. Outer column. Then electricity bills reimbursed by employer. Club bills paid by employer. Free servant. These are all perquisites. All are taxable. Because none of this I have discussed in the list of perquisites or come light. Do you know that electricity bill, club bills, free survey, I have not discussed any perquisite which I have not discussed, that means it is taxable. Okay, school I have discussed in education. First, have you taken these three taxable? Now for school, what discussion I did? School means education. Now remember the education chart. For employee exempt. For children, 1,000 per month per child. If it is employer's own school or a tie-up. Have they written employer's own school? No. Have they written tie-up? No. So taxable. Even this will be taxable. Only if it is employer's own school or tie-up, then it will be exempt. Up to 1,000 per month per child. They have to write own school. How can we assume it is employer's own school? And if employer's own school, why will they write paid? If it is employer's own school, he has to just allow their children to study. When employer is paying, see what they are paid by employer means, boss is paying the money. And when boss has to take the money from his pocket and pay, that means it is not employer's school and not even a school of tie-up. Yes? No, see, his doubt is what? But sir, how can we say it is children only? See, school means, better assumption is children only. Employee will not go to school. See, her doubt has come from this. It's okay not to laugh on any doubt. Every doubt is respectful. See, Her doubt has come from what you know? Where is education? Yes. How do you know it is children only? See, because of the word school, it is understood it is for children. Employee will not go to school. For this, if you try to assume that, it is very weird. Assumption should be rational. Okay. So it is not employee. So school means it has to be children only. Okay. Other family member, obviously they will also not go to school. His wife, brother, etc., mother. So it is children only. So that's why I thought in this line. But this line, if you think it will be exam only if it is employer's own school or tie-up. So here it will be taxable. Then free gas, water, this was also not discussed in any perquisites in the come light. So fully taxable. So what is the total? 1,85,400 gross salary minus standard deduction 50,000. 135,400. This is taxable income from salary. Now, after this, we are left with two more questions. They are master problems. And since you have got 2 days gap between this lecture and the next lecture, you can do both the questions. And both the questions are really awesome. Let me tell you, in exam, if you do these 2 questions, that's it. But don't worry, look at the first master problem. Such a lengthy question will never come in exam. But what is the purpose of doing a master problem? So that you can save time. In one question only everything is covered, so you can save time on exam. Otherwise solving so many sums on exam day, it's not practically feasible. See, right now you enjoy solving the sums, but that is not possible on exam day. Now see, don't ask me doubts from this question, because I know there are certain points where explanation is required. There are around 3-4 points where you will need my help. But you know what you should do? Wherever you feel you are stuck up, leave that portion blank. But don't keep the sum pending just because you didn't know one point. I have left everything. Never do that. Whatever point you don't know, keep it blank. Later on you write, or you write it with pencil wherever you have doubt. But solve on your own. Because see, if you solve, so point where you are stuck up, you will think about it again and again. And when the answer is given, it will be memorized properly. So I know there are certain points where definitely you will be stuck up. And in the second question also, there will be one point where you will make mistake. But that is not a point which I have not explained. In the first master problem, definitely 2-3 things are there which I have to yet explain. So I cannot expect from you to be right. But here you can show your expertise. In question 2 also, there is one tricky point. But if you are smart enough, yes, one tricky point and one new point. One new point is there, yes. But whatever, let me not open up the points right now. You try whatever you can. Then I will discuss both these sums in detail in the next lecture. Both sums I will discuss fully in detail in the next lecture, okay? So question 1 and 2 in the master problems you will have to do for homework. So this I will discuss in the next lecture.